Hello, everyone. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. Welcome to my very late night recording of this podcast. It is Wednesday night, and because I'm recording so late, I'm going to actually drop this on Thursday, even though all of it pertains to Wednesday. You'll get it on Thursday morning. It's a little bit late now to drop it, so you'll get it on Thursday. But welcome to Facts and Two Cents. Hope you are having a fantastic, evening. And then when I drop it tomorrow morning, hope you're having a great morning too. um, what is going on in the world of our faves? As you know, our faves is Harry and Meghan and Archie and baby Lily and Mama Doria and all the animals. And all of us here at Sunset Squad. So, what is going on in our faves? Actually, we've got some wonderful news today. It's so funny. I love this picture, and this is the first Invictus Games that Meghan and Harry went to as a couple. This is when Harry introduced his girlfriend to the world. Everyone had learned earlier that he has a girlfriend and her name was Meghan. And so this is the Invictus Games in Canada. I think it was in Toronto. And Meghan obviously was in Toronto at the time filming Suits. So it was perfect. And it's a perfect way for him to introduce her. And if you've read Spare, he talked about how special it was for him, because who better to introduce his girlfriend to the world than with his, introduce them through his family, his Invictus family. And so it is just great that, Invictus is coming up. The Heart of Invictus is coming up as well. And so this photo means so much. So, it was just this beautiful, beautiful time where everybody's like, oh my gosh, Harry's new girlfriend. And for me, that was the first time I was seeing Meghan Markle. I had never heard of her before. I heard of her when they said Harry has a girlfriend named Meghan, but this was the first time I was actually seeing her. It didn't even occur to me to go Google her or something. It just never did. So this was the first time I was seeing her. And so it was really, it's like, oh, wonderful moments. And of course, we know, Harry's going to be back for the Invictus Games next month, September 9th to 16th. And then he's going to be there in the beginning, and then Meghan is going to join him, and she'll be there for the end. And she will also be participating in the ceremony at the end. So it will be fantastic. It will be a great, time for them to spend time. And who knows? Part of me, thinking that maybe they'll bring the kids, because again, it's Harry's birthday is going to be, what is the 15th, which is the day before the Invictus ends. So would he be spending a time for his kids on his birthday? Don't know. Would I be surprised if the kids are there? No, I wouldn't. But knowing damn how, the world press is going to be there. So they just might leave their kids away from there, not wanting their kids to have anything to do with the world press. That is understandable too. So yeah. But very exciting coming up. But what else is going on in the world? Well, Prince Harry, we found out today, and I was not even paying attention to the dates for the WellChild Award. And so that is coming up on the 7th of next month, 2 days before the Invictus ceremony, Invictus opening ceremony, and which we should have remembered, because last year when they came for their 100 days to Invictus, and they were in Germany, and they went, they had their ceremony and stuff there in Invictus, and then the next day, the 8th, they got back to the UK, and that's the day the Queen passed away. And that same day the Queen passed away, it was supposed to be the WellChild Awards. And of course, they had to, first Harry had to cancel, then both of them had to cancel, and then all the drama ensued. The awards went ahead. I think it was a little bit shortened, because I think everybody was going through the, I don't know if they went through traumas or, the grieving of the Queen. And of course, it's the UK, so it's a big deal. It's their queen. And so Harry and Meghan weren't able to go, and we know that Harry got to chat with some of the kids after, after the awards. I think it was like a month or so after the awards, he got to chat with them via Skype or whatever video link that they had, assuming it's via Skype or Zoom, maybe Zoom. But yeah, so this year, again, I wasn't paying attention to the date and I wasn't paying attention. So today it was just like, oh, this dropped on us. Harry is going to be back in the UK on the 7th, which is the WellChild Awards. I'm assuming he'll get there before the 7th because the 7th is the awards. And of course, he, most likely is going to leave from there straight over to the Invictus Games. And so, so this was embargoed, and this press release dropped on us today. And so a little bit about the awards. It's going to move my banner. So, as you see, as it says on the banner, subscribe if you have not already. Click the notification bell if so you know when we drop a video. And please like and share the video. Help us to grow our channel. And if you're able, join the channel as well. That would be awesome too. So I'm just going to move it so I can read it. This was a bit of the press release today for the WellChild Awards. And one of our squaddies, Peace, we know Peace, she was a guest here a few times. She did a big fundraiser, and she did like a triathlon thing for it and raised money for the WellChild Awards. So I don't know if she will be at the awards, but I know she's going to be at Invictus Games because she's also working with Invictus Games as well. So this was the press release says, WellChild patron Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, will be attending the prestigious national 2023 WellChild Awards in association with GSK, taking place in London on September 7th. The awards are run by WellChild, the national charity for seriously ill children. They celebrate the inspirational qualities of children and young people living with serious illnesses or complex medical needs, and honor the dedication of those around them who go the extra mile to keep those children healthy and happy. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, has been WellChild patron for 15 years and has provided invaluable help, especially in raising awareness and financial contributions. We know Harry donated some of his spare money to them as well. I think it was like 300 and something thousand, something like that. He donated to them. He did that to ensure the charity can pursue its mission to improve the quality of life for seriously ill children and their families. He has attended the WellChild Awards on 11 previous occasions and will spend time with each winner and their families to at a pre-ceremony reception, listening to their stories and helping to create lifelong memories. Prince Harry will then attend the ceremony and present the awards for Inspirational Child, age 4 to 6, and deliver a speech. And so Prince Harry says about the awards, for nearly 20 years, the WellChild has been transforming the lives of children and young people across the UK, providing critical care and prioritizes the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of these individuals and their families. The courage and strength embodied by these young people and the tireless devotion of those who support them never cease to inspire me. I am honored to attend this year's award ceremony and celebrate their incredible work. So again, Prince Harry is going to be at the awards in the UK on the 7th of September. And most likely he might get there the day before or maybe earlier that day. Who knows? Prince Harry does these things. He travels around. So kudos. He was just in Singapore and Japan a couple weeks ago. So now he is out again. So, this is the busy time for Harry and Meghan. What else? Megan. Today, Megan was getting all this kind of wonderful love from all these different places today that I, totally wasn't expecting. And I'm like, kudos to see women just celebrate her and just lift her up. And it was just so wonderful to see all day today. One of those people was the amazing, absolutely amazingly ridiculously talented, probably one of the most talented women in the world, Audra McDonald. She will talk a little bit about just, about her in a bit. But she did an interview with Vanity Fair. Not an interview, it was like a questionnaire. Thing that she did with Vanity Fair that came out today. I don't know when she did it, but it came out today, and it says Audra McDonald answers the Proust questionnaire, and Broadway Tony favorite holds fort on her loves, cookies, and her loathing, cruelty, and also beets. Oh, know what she has against beets. I love beets. Especially that it gets my tongue all red. I don't know. I just love it. I'm a kid like that. But she hates beets. But anyway, so Audra's part, they ask her all these different questions about her love, the things that she's passionate about, and it was all about, like, she's all about family, like her loving for her husband and her kids and cookies and, spending time together and all of those things. But so one of the questions that they asked her, and again, it was just a questionnaire. One of the questions that they asked her, as you can see on the right, it says, which living person do you admire? Do you most admire? And her answer said, she said, Meghan Markle. I don't know how she continues to walk through this world with the grace, strength, and purpose that she does, given the unbearable amount of vitriol and hate that she has been subjected to. But she does. I wish she didn't have to. And I was just like blown away. One, I didn't know she even knew Megan. I don't, I hadn't been paying attention. And so it was just like, whoa, that is such a big deal. And not because Audrey is this uber amazingly talented. I mean, oh my goodness, a woman has like talent just oozing out of her. But it's just like, when you're talking about people you admire or respect, it's a big deal, especially that Megan isn't part of her family, given that just about all of her answers was about her family and her love for her family. And for her to go outside of that so much, there was only one other question where she mentioned someone else, but to just go out there and just it be Megan, the person that she, because it's like, which living person it could be. Look and think of all the people that are, around today that she could have admired, and that she admired Megan most because of her strength. And it's so true. It is so true. It's like we always wonder, like, wow, how is she able to do it with all the horrible things that people have thrown at her, including her family or her in-laws, or the crazy, hateful people online and in the press, and everyone just going after her. And then she's still able to walk through this world with love and strength and grace and purpose. And so that she's the person that Audra most admires. And I'm totally here for that, because it is so amazing what Megan has been able to do, and you know, but she's human, so it has been painful, it's been hard, and it, all of those things. Yes, she's been able to do it and fight through and be able to not hate in return, to be able to not retaliate and all of those things. And so it's wonderful that Audra just admire her, and so many other people admire her as well. And the thing about Audra, I didn't even know. I didn't even know Audra knew Megan or knew about Megan until today. It was just like I was today years old. That's my new thing I learned today. And then apparently, it wasn't the first time. Back in 2019, when Megan was pregnant, and there were all these attacks on Megan about, Megan, why is she holding her, baby bump and all of those things. And she was all, people were just attacking her just for holding her belly, and the press and people online and all of those things were just, why is she holding her belly and all of that stuff, and the Daily Mail and stuff were attacking her. Well, Audra responded to that, and she posted this on Instagram. This is actually a video she posted of her belly and her child kicking in her stomach, and I'll post the link so you can actually see it. And again, this was back in 2019. She says, me, she's talking about her belly, me at about 8 months pregnant. The reason I'm posting this is because of Meghan Markle. I cannot believe that this woman has had to endure from social media, and I cannot believe what this woman has had to endure from social media and the press. Then today, to read about how weird, quote unquote weird, her body language is by a supposed woman's magazine that supposedly prides itself in celebrating fierce, independent, strong women who can do anything and have it all. Do better. When I was 8 months pregnant, I touched my belly all the time because it is my belly and it is my baby. Usually as active as this video inside, had crazy emotions ranging from elation to depression to rage to uncontrollable fits of laughter. I was swollen, hot, sweaty, enormous, flatulent, in search of my feet, hot fudge Sunday, nervously excited, pudgy face, waddling goddess. The thought of having to go through all of that, plus having millions of cameras in my face, bullied left and right and center, and still be gracious, elegant, and gorgeous, and full of purpose in front of the whole world is unimaginable. Do better and leave her alone. And so this is what she posted in response to people attacking Meghan, for holding her belly and all of that stuff. And so I did not know all of this until today, And also, not only that, she did like one of those morning shows. I think it was either NBC or ABC, one of those, where she was also there defending Meghan as well. And so I was just like, you go, Audra. And I've always loved Audra. I just didn't know this part of her until today. And so it was so great to see women, as a woman and as a mom, and who is, again, in the entertainment industry, who is, again, so talented. It's just like, oh my gosh, to see this woman in concert is, oh my, it's awe-inspiring, And so to see her there supporting and celebrating Meghan again, I hope someone shows this Meghan. I don't know if she knows Audra. I don't know if they've ever been in touch, but I hope they are. And I hope someone shows this to Meghan and they showed it to her, the kind of support that she has. And so it was just really, I was like, it did my heart so well to see this kind of support for Meghan and this admiration for what, for how she's been able to walk through this very, very difficult life and difficult period. So it's just so cool. And, for those of you who don't know Audra McDonald, I mean, this woman is one of the most celebrated entertainers. Not only she's an actress on Broadway, where, as you can see from her many awards and nominations, she's a 6-time Tony Award winner. She's been nominated 10 times for Tony Awards. She's won a Primetime Emmy. Actually, I think she's won 2 Primetime Emmys, if I'm not, maybe it's 1, maybe I'm mistaken. But she's won a Primetime Emmy, according to this. She's won 2 Grammys. She's won 5 Drama Desk Awards. I mean, she has had 26 wins in 54 nominations. These are just the big awards. She's, again, 26 wins with other awards as well. She's one of the most incredibly talented actresses, singers. I mean, she not only performs on Broadway, she's also a television actress. As you can see, she won an Emmy for one of the shows I think it was a series she was in. She was an Emmy for that. And she does these incredible concerts like at Lincoln Center with the full orchestra. And I mean, it is mind-blowing, this woman's voice. It is just like, oh my gosh, it's like an angel singing. And so she is just so incredibly super talented. I think, give her the role the right role in a movie, and I'm sure she's going to win an Oscar as well. I mean, she is only one Oscar away from being an EGOT, so it just, for her to just, and to think of, the kind of people she's around. I mean, with the incredible talent that she has, that Meghan is the person that she most admires. It's mind blowing. And so, and that's just a testament to just who Meghan is and what she represents. And it's so funny with someone as incredible as Audra, is when you read the questionnaire that and the answer she gave, you wouldn't think someone like this, who's accomplished all of this, would have imposter syndrome and would be nervous when she performs, or would be nervous whenever she takes a job, whatever. But to read that questionnaire and realize, like, oh my gosh, she has imposter syndrome as well. It's like so many times you're like, oh my gosh, she's so accomplished. She just, goes out there, she just has it all down. And no, she struggles with that like crazy. And it's like, it blew my mind when I read that today. I was like, really? I couldn't believe that she, that's something she would ever, struggle with. And it's just, I mean, and when when you get familiar, if you're not familiar with her, you're like, oh, no, surely not you. And yes, she is. And she's just so real and honest. And I love her. I've always loved Audra McDonald. And so it was just wonderful. I mean, I was just like, oh, Audra. So anyways, more stuff on Meghan. Not only Audra was just lifting her up today. It was just this love fest from Meghan today. And it done my heart well, because, especially on social media, just about everywhere you turn, especially on Twitter, it's such negativity towards this woman who is literally just trying to live her life. And these people who have nothing other to do than to sit online all day and drop their misery on someone. And to see today, like Women's Today, I didn't know much about them, but it says we celebrate women and their contribution to society and feminism. And today they did this whole, like, I swear to you, like 10 tweet thread about Meghan's accomplishments before, she was a royal, while she was, before she even got to Suits, and during Suits, and all her charity work that she's done. I mean, it was like 10 tweets or more thread on Meghan today. And it was just like, thank you. And we were just like, thank you. It just sort of came out of the blue. And it was just so wonderful to see just the positivity. I was like, this is a Meghan love fest today. Well, actually, I saw this today. I think they did it yesterday, and I saw it today. But for their first tweet that I saw, it was like, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, born Rachel Meghan Markle, August 4th, 1981, is an American member of the British royal family and former actress. She is married to Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, the youngest son of King Charles. And then it just went on. This was just the introduction to it. And then it went on to list all her accomplishments and all her charity work and stuff. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes, so that way you guys can, if you have Twitter, you can go and read the thread. But it was just so great. It was just sort of out of the blue, and it was just sort of, because again, you're used to so many people just lying for no reason about, claiming she was nothing before Harry. And to just see some people that they're not squaddies, they're not, part of the squad, and it just, just there to celebrate and to honor her work and her life of just really championing women's causes. And then they just take it upon themselves to just put it out there. And I just, like, thank you. Really, just thank you. So yeah, so kudos to Meghan. I hope she saw it. I mean, they're not on Twitter, so maybe one of her friends, if they saw it, they can show it to her that, yeah, this is some really incredible positive things that people are sharing about you. So hopefully, if she knows about it, she's encouraged. So that's all you can want from her, while she's under a tree, that she gets some really cool encouragement from outside as well. So yeah. And not only that, one of our wonderful squatties reminded us today, and I had to go back because I was just like, I didn't pay attention to dates, but I had to go back and just confirm today, Wednesday the 23rd, marked the day that Archetypes premiered. And it was like, yes, this Archetypes premiered on the 23rd of August last year. And of course, we, fell in love with Archetypes, and we're just like, Archetypes Tuesday, every Tuesday, except the little break when, it was like 3-4 weeks when the Queen passed away. And we were all like, we want Archetypes, we want Archetypes. So, yes, August 23rd, Suits, Archetypes premiered. And not only that, today also marked the day, and I didn't know. I was gonna move my little brand there so we can see it properly. Yep, there we go. We'll put that back later if we remember. Today, Port Charles, which is Port Charles Hospitalis. And if you know anything about daytime television, General Hospital is a show, a daytime a soap opera, and Meghan had a minor background role in that soap opera. And today is the day. Today, and as according to the tweet says, on this day in 2001, Meghan Markle appeared in a minor background role as Nurse Jill on General Hospital. So today is a lot of anniversaries. So there's Meghan and A. Martinez, one of the lead actors on General Hospital. I don't know if he's still on General Hospital. I don't pay attention to daytime television anymore. I did for a little bit years and years ago. So, but not General Hospital. I don't know if I ever got into General Hospital. So I would not have known about Meghan or seen her on it. But this was her with A. Martinez this is the day she appeared on the show. So it's like a little Meghan. So we have anniversaries for both of these today. So great. I mean, it was just I was just like one of those days, kind of like, can I just bottle these Meghan days where she doesn't have to do anything? She's just under her tree minding her business, and we're just celebrating her. So, kudos. I just love it. I wish we could just bottle it and keep this day. And before we even get to this, just to give you guys an update on that crazy guy who was trying to do tours by the Sussex's house and put up these stalking tours online so people can purchase where he was going to drive around to where Meghan used to live as a child and drive around, do a bus trip around to Montecito to show people where they are. So just so to give you guys an update, a lot of us tweeted and contacted the places online that he set up his tours, and both one a couple of days ago, and that we all were tweeting at them, and Chris Boozy did an interview just outing the whole thing, and they took it down. And then we found out there was another place, which neither of them I'm going to say because I don't want anyone going there, but he did it on another place as well. And then we started tweeting at them, and I even sent them a DM like, please take this down as stalking. And someone else, they responded to this other person that I don't know who this person is because I've never seen them in the squad before. They could be, but they responded to them and said, yes, they took it down. So both of the places that he had these stalker tours, they both took it down. And so they were very grateful to get, the heads up on what that is. So we're going to keep an eye out if he does, to contact people, letting them know that this guy is just a stalker. So just to give you guys an update on that. But anyways, moving on to Shutter Island. So, it's so wild because, and squatties are not even really all that into it anymore. But it seems like those in the British press, and, whether it's the royalists, some in the British press, on both sides of the aisle, are not giving Prince William a break at all. They are still on his case about not going to Australia to support the women's football team, the Lionesses. And so they are They refused to give him an out. And so one of our squaddies, RS Locke, posted this today, the court circular, and I was just like, "Where did you get this? I didn't know it was a paper." And so she said she thinks it's from the news outlet Private Eye, but I haven't been able to find it. So, but it's an actual newspaper. So when she got this, so maybe this is from their printed version. But she posted this today, and it's so wild. Not sure why they refer to King Charles as King Brian. Not sure why they do, but they were just ragging on both Charles, and this is not the first time I've seen this about Charles. And also they refuse to, they refuse to back down on really going after William for his laziness. People are now calling for him to resign as the FA Cup president, which he should have. He's no reason for him to be there. It's not a footballer. It's just given to him. He's not earned it. And so they are just completely ragging on him. But this is some of what the court circular said about Charles and William. It says King Brian, it's like King Brian. King Brian limps towards his first anniversary of his reign, seemingly clueless about his mission. After the longest apprenticeship of any monarch, 70 years or whatever it was, his reign was meant to be busy and transformative, a bridge from the stifling neutrality of his mother for the reforming to the reforming King William. Really. Instead, Brian has adopted most of the traditions, routines, and restraints of the late Queen, and there is a sense of drift with which poses an existential threat to the institution. The plans for Brian's reign were first drawn up when he was in his mid-40s and last fully revised a decade ago. Now he's approaching 75. After his mother's funeral, he went on an extended holiday before dedicating months to tinkering and retinkering his own coronation. He has spent just 2 nights abroad on state business, a trip to Germany. None of his 14 overseas thrones have seen him since he became king, nor any other Commonwealth countries. He did, however, spend a week in Transylvania to check on his rental properties. That's right. He has a kind of bed and breakfasty thing, I guess. That's what it is in Transylvania. That's where he was and has a little 1 week break. Right before Harry got to the UK for his trial, remember that? It says, and against advice, he attended all 5 days of royal ascot. When Prince of Wales, he would only go to the first 2, declaring it is an indulgence when there's real work to be done. But there's precious little of that now in his diary, and being king is a bit, boring. Pity the BBC staff charged with putting together a proposed retrospective on Brian's first year for the Christmas schedule. There will be bugger all to put in it. And William and Kate aren't helping. Brian's heir, now goes to William, Brian's heir has undertaken just one official overseas duty, an overnighter to Poland. The couple did manage 2 nights in the US to promote William's Earthshot Environmental Roadshow and visited Jordan for the Crown Prince glitzy wedding. But their last official duty was the Wimbledon men's final. William, usually an active FA president, declined to get on a plane to support the Lionesses in their first World Cup final, despite his office having drawn up provisional travel plans to Australia. The couple are on holiday, and their determination to ring fence a lot of family time is becoming a problem now that Brian relies on such a small band of working royals. So if you look at the language, and just in case you can't read this well, I kind of pulled it up here so that way you can see it a little bit better. Just so that way you can see the wording a little bit better, because it's a little bit difficult. It says, they basically haven't done anything. Their last duty was Wimbledon. Um, and it meant that William, usually an active, it's like men's, I don't know what it means, meant that William, usually an active FA president, declined to get on a plane to support the Lionesses in the first World Cup, despite his office having drawn up provisional travel plans to Australia. So this whole thing that, oh, they had all these excuses about why William couldn't go. It was like, oh no, first he had never planned to go. Second, it was about, oh, he can't go because he can't precede King Charles going to Australia. Like the world, or at least the few royalists and squaddies, didn't notice that Princess Anne was in Canada and New Zealand, and King Charles weren't in either one of those places recently. King Charles was there, sometime late last year before the Queen died. But Princess Anne was in New Zealand, and she was also in Canada. So this whole notion that William can't go to Australia before the king is not nonsense and a lie. Before he tried to use his own daughter as a shield. But the thing is, it's saying that his office had they had drawn up provisional plans for him to go to Australia, and he refused to get on the plane. He's like, I'm not taking my vacation off. I am not going anywhere. I'm not getting on a plane. I'm on vacation. And it's just like, so they're saying now it's like, a crisis because King Charles is, there's only so many people that he has there now. And William, because they have been on an eternal vacation, there was nobody to send. That's why people were like, send Harry. I wish Harry was here. Yeah, that's your problem. You're the ones that kicked him out. So there you go. So yeah, that's what they're saying, that William, you can't blame the Kensington Palace staff because they drew up plans for him to go. There was no reason William could not be on that plane, but his unwillingness to do his job, that's what it was. Laziness and unwillingness to do his job. So anyways, moving on from that, staying in football a little bit, we remember this at the Spanish FAA, which is that he actually has the same position that William has. He's the FA president in Spain, football president in Spain. And we remember this, where he just illegally, really, without permission, grabbing this player's face and planting a kiss on her lips without her permission. And so we know it's been a whole brouhaha going on, and the FA, that's him there, Luis Rubiales, he quote unquote apologized, which wasn't really an apology, and that, oh no, it was innocent. Both of us say it's innocent. That's what he was saying. It was no problem. There's no bad blood between me and Jenny, the player who he did this to, Jenny Hermoso. She we are fine. There was nothing, negative between us. It wasn't innocent. We were caught up in the moment and all of this stuff, like we. No, you were caught up in the moment. You did something that was legal. And so I had hoped that Jenny would pursue it, but I didn't know if she would. Some people felt, even on this podcast, some people felt, well, it's a cultural thing. They do that. I disagreed, but everybody have their different cultures, and I understand now. But this is what happened today, because at the time she said, she didn't like it. So this is what happened today. Football España reported that Spain star Jenny Hermoso to pursue punishment for Luis Rubiales for forced kiss. And in a statement, she put out a statement today, and these are clippings from the statement. It says a statement was released by FootPro, her union, and in coordination with her agency, that said that they would be pursuing sanctions for Rubiales in her interest. My FootPro union, this is what she said in her statement. My FootPro union, in coordination with my TMG agency, are taking charge of defending my interests and being interlocutors on this matter. It is essential that our team is represented by figures who project their values of equality and respect in all areas. It is necessary to continue advancing in the fight for equality, a fight that our players have led with determination, leading us to the position in that we find ourselves today. We also call on the higher sports council, the CSD, so that within its powers it actively supports and promotes prevention and intervention of forced intervention in the face of sexual harassment and or abuse, machismo, and sexism. We reject any attitude or conduct that violates the rights of soccer players. For the union, we are working so that acts like the ones we have seen never go unpunished. They are sanctioned and the pertinent measures are adopted to protect the football players from actions that we believe are unacceptable. And so her union, they are definitely pursuing punishment. People are calling for him to resign. He has so far, rejected that. Basically apologizing again, claiming that, oh yeah, no, it was innocent. It was, whatever. But Jenny and her team are definitely pursuing some sort of penalty for what he did, because it was forced. It was unacceptable. It was completely sexist, and for him to do it in front of the world when she's trying to, he should be doing it, period. But in a moment like that, where she's trying to enjoy the hard, the fruits of her hard work, she has to deal with this man grabbing her and kissing her without her permission. So it was really gross, and was really, I hope he's punished to the full extent, and I hope his position is taken away. So it's good on her that she is pursuing that. No one should have to face that. So yeah, good for her. And staying in sports, in tennis, Serena has welcomed a baby. Her Serena and Alex and Olympia, or Alexis Jr., as Alexis call her. They have their new baby, and somehow I didn't realize Serena was that far along. So I was most surprised, and really pleasantly surprised, when Alex posted that they have a new baby. And what even more wonderful, we remember how difficult it was for Serena with Alexis Jr. or Olympia, that she literally almost died. So it is so good to see that, this seemed to be a much easier pregnancy, a much easier delivery, and she is back home with her family. So, and Alex posted this today, says, welcome Adira River Ohanian. So her daughter's name is Adira. Cool name. She sounds like a superhero. Superhero name. Adira River Ohanian says, I am grateful to report our house is teeming with love, a happy and healthy newborn girl, and a happy and healthy mama. I'm feeling grateful. At Serena, you have now given me another incomparable gift. You are my GMOAT, the greatest mother of that time. And of all time. And she says, thanks to all the amazing medical staff who took care of my wife and our daughter. I will never forget the moment I introduced Olympia Ohanian to her baby sister. Your peace, and he says, your peace have been like a river, your well-being like the waves of the sea. And he is on the right with Olympia and little Adira. It's like, ooh, superhero names, Olympia and Adira. So happy family, and congratulations to Serena and Olympia and Alexis. Oh, how beautiful. How absolutely beautiful. So I'm sure pretty soon we'll get to see her face and everything, but look at Olympia, big sister Olympia. Just so wonderful. Anyways, and again, I was so surprised. I did not realize Serena was that far on. So, anyways, what else is happening Invictus Games coming up. And before the games, Invictus Foundation, they're not counting down the days at all. Not at all. And they're like, we have just 1 week to go until the release of Heart of Invictus on Netflix, produced in collaboration with Archwell Productions. This documentary will shine a light on the incredible men and women of the Invictus community. Hashtag we are Invictus. And of course, these pictures, most likely the top one in there, but definitely the bottom one with Gabe and Prince Harry. And so 1 week to, or 7 sleeps to the Heart of Invictus dropping on Netflix, where we can watch all 5 episodes, all 5 episodes. It will be amazing. And I know the Sussex Squad is doing a watch party, so I have to get the link so then I can put it in the show notes. So if anybody wants to join the Sussex Squad watch party, yes. So we're all excited for the Heart of Invictus. So, I think I'm going to have to get a box of tissues. So, yes. So, anyway, I think that's it. That's all I got. Yep, that's all I got. So, thank you so much to our awesome moderators, Lydia Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. I don't know how many would be on tomorrow when this drops, but all of you, thank you for all that you do to make this channel a success and make our our live chats to be successful and fun without trolls. I appreciate so much the work you do. Thank you to our 2 Cents crew who support the channel monthly, and also to all of our wonderful squaddies who support the channel in the chat, whether it's super thanks, super stickers, PayPal. Some of you donate via PayPal or Cash App or merchandise. Thank you all so much for the incredible support that you've given to the channel. I appreciate it so very much. I'm going to put my banner back on so you remember definitely to subscribe if you haven't, and if you if you are able to join the channel, that would be fantastic. You can join the channel and support the channel monthly. Definitely, please like and share the video, and share it with your friends and family. Help us to grow the channel. That would be most appreciated. So thank you all so very much. I appreciate you. And again, this is going to be dropping Thursday morning. I will be in the chat with you, Lord willing, and we shall catch up then. Again, I wish I could have dropped it tonight, but recording this late, you guys are sleeping, so I was like, let me just drop it tomorrow. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day after you hear this, and I will catch up with you later. Bye.